When we're tamping our coffee, how much pressure do we need to use? Does it make that much difference? And how can we tell if we've incorrectly tamped our coffee beans? The ideal tamping pressure is about 20 to 30 pounds of pressure. You can actually get coffee tampers that have a built-in spring mechanism to just ensure that you put the right amount of pressure on them when you tamp them. Now, if you don't tamp it enough, the water tends to mix up with the coffee grinds slosh around, and you end up with a sort of muddy content inside the portafilter when you go to empty it and clean it out. If you're seeing that, if you're seeing this coffee mud in there, you're probably not tamping hard enough. If you tamp too hard though, that can also cause problems. If the coffee itself cracks as the water goes into it, you end up with channeling where the water just rushes through the coffee grinds and doesn't have a full extraction. So that can lead to very weak or very bad tasting coffee. And you'll notice that when you come to empty the portafilter, when you finish with it, the coffee is really rock hard. You've over tamped it, there's too much pressure in there. And just imagine the poor machine trying to push water through so much highly compressed coffee grinds. It's going to struggle. In some machines that'll lead to a loss of pressure. It can also result in less water coming through the coffee grinds, just depending on how the machine is set up and how it works. And they can both be very, very detrimental to the amount of coffee. When you tamp your coffee, just think of it as an art form. There is a too hard and a too soft approach, and we really want to find that just right middle bit. The best way of determining how we're doing is just to look after the coffee is extracted at what's going on in the filter basket. And as I said, if it's muddy and sloshy, you've not tamped hard enough, although that could potentially be down to the bean or using the incorrect filter basket for the amount of coffee you're extracting. And if it's rock hard, you may well have tamped it too hard. And the pressure that we tamp needs to be varied slightly depending on the coffee we're using. Fine grinds and coarse grinds require really different pressures to get the best out of the coffee. So I really just want to encourage everyone watching these videos to play around with their machine. There is no definitive X plus Y equals perfect coffee because there's so many different variables involved. You're using different coffees. You have a different machine that has different pressure, different water temperatures, different water quality in different areas, different roast types, different regions for your beans. These all have an effect on the overall coffee flavour, and the tamping is just something else that we can do to adjust the output that we get from our coffee maker. So I hope you found this video useful. Please boot the like button. That really does help us to get out there. We are a very small channel, so we do appreciate all of the subscribers, all the support and all of the comments that you leave. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We've got some great coffee making tips coming up to just help you to get the best out of your machine and form that love of coffee that I've come to acquire myself over the years. And I've lined this video up for you that should really help you to improve your coffee making. Thanks for watching. See you in this next video.